Hey guys, I'm working on a bracelet for my daughter. The wood on this bracelet is a mixture of dry hickory and dogwood. It's the same canes that I used to make the chess sets. And so I cut these out and sanded them down, got them looking nice. And I'm at the point where I'm carving my daughter's name and a few designs into the beads themselves. While I was doing this, I thought you guys might want to see how I'm holding and what I'm doing to carve all the little parts with a bigger blade. So anyway, real quick, here's a video on how I'm going to put the letter H in on one of the beads and some of the designs. So I've got a headlamp on, and I'm really hoping I can show you guys uh, the techniques I'm using to carve this. So I've got the knife on my leg. There's no weight in my hand, and I've choked up here on the point. I want to carve this H, but I don't want to get into areas that I don't want to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by, since I've already marked it with a pen, put the point in there and just drag it along somewhere past middle. I'm going to go to the other H right here, same thing. And I'm controlling this with this thumb and rotating my wrist here. Okay? Now I'm going to flip this because I don't want to cut or engrave past that mark. So I'm going to start there and bring it right across until it meets that other line. Same thing with this one. Start right there and rotate it and rotate it like that. Let's do the same thing with the center of the H. Find the mark, place the point, go at least halfway, but not over. Now I'm pretty sure for experienced carvers, they're probably laughing at this, but get that in there good. Okay. I don't see a whole lot of people carving with larger blades, so I'm just going to kind of bring you guys along with at the same progression I have, and kind of what I'm thinking as I'm doing this. So I want these initial cuts fairly deep. So if you guys can see, I've got the apex of the point right there. That's what's making the most contact. And I'm just bringing it along because that's what's doing my cuts. Start again here. There. Okay. And hopefully I got this at an angle you guys can see it. Apex of the cut, or the tip. Bring it over halfway. Do the same over here. And up here. Getting a nice groove now. This is hickory, by the way. This is very aged, dry hickory. It's the same thing I made the chess pieces out of. There we go. One more nice cream press and pull across. All right, so the grooves are there. The next trick is to make angle cuts along both sides. We're going to turn this into kind of a valley. So I've got this little piece of metal that's the same diameter as the hole that I drilled in the bead, and that really helps. That helps me control what I'm doing. So let's start right about here. We're just bringing it across. Oh, see, I got a little bit too far there. That's all right. We can sand that out later. Just trying to control the pressure. I'm not so much bringing the knife across the material as I am bringing the material across the knife, if that makes any sense. Because if I bring the material across the knife, it's much more stable for me. Okay, here. Let's get that last pin mark out there. Okay, there's one. Let's set over here. Trying to use the apex of the point. Switch it around. The laundry's blowing. Got a good breeze today. All right, there we go. And back across. Okay. Now, let's do the same over here. Get that center. Be very careful at the end of the cut. Because you don't want to overdo it. And when the two sides of the grooves don't meet quite yet, that just keep working it. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of this pin mark here. There we go. All right. Now, once more. It's there, but I want it a little deeper. So we're going to start back up here, bringing it across. Again with the top one here. Reverse that. And as you guys can probably tell, the angle of the points is, let's say, fairly level. As I'm bringing this in, there's going to be some flex. There's going to be some difference between when I have when I'm making the point cut, like at this angle, as opposed to this angle, which is fine because I'm trying to make a groove. All right, let's go here. Get you right there. Press. Try not to slide. I'm usually listening to music when I'm doing stuff like this. Kind of fond of Lord of the Rings stuff. Right. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's much better. I want to clean this up just a little bit. So I can press like this to clean that up on this left-hand side of the groove. However, what I found is to use the draw section right here, because it's already straight, and just a little press like that. I want to do that over here too. There we go. Flip this over. We'll do the same with the other side. Nice. And now, see if we can clean this up over here just as easily. That's there. Just running the point along the groove that we've made. I'm trying to clean it up. There we go. All right, cool. Let's clean the center up just one more time. Here we go. All right. See if you guys can get that in focus. There we go. Nice little H. And so now I'm going to put a couple grooves, actually three. One here, here, and then a third of the way, or in between the two. So they have a little bit of an angle to them. That's what I've done with the previous one. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to mark that top corner there. Bring it across. I'm not really digging in right now. I'm just trying to make, excuse me. I'm just trying to make it where you can see it. There we go. Okay, so we got one there, so you can see the H. Now, at the same angle, let's come over here and make another one. There we go. Make sure we mark the tops and the bottom. That'll be important here in a minute. Okay. Now, as I'm looking at the top and the bottom, there's this one, there's that one, which means the third one needs to be right about there. Make a nice little mark. Same process here, here, there. Okay. So one mark here, one mark here, one mark there. Same on the other side, and I need to connect the two. So go from the mark here and bring it across. Cool. And I'm really not looking like for perfection on this. What I'm wanting to do is get a good idea of where the grooves are going to be, that they're kind of balanced. There we go. Flip it over, start from the other angle. There we go. Now we've got our center of our grooves established. Bring this across to here, right down. Take away 1/2, flip it over, take away the other half. That's a good start with that one. Take away 1/2, using the apex of the point. Take away the other half. Now this one I can already tell is not meeting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it one more time, like that. Flip it back around. I don't need to put a ton of power on this to do that. All right, we just got one left. Let's you right here. There's one half. And there's the other half. And then off a bit. Okay, cool. All right, so now I want that a little bit deeper. On the point. Down through. There. 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 And let's bring this up a little bit. A little bit deeper. There we go. Okay. Touch up here. All right, last one there. See how nice and easy this opened up and these came off? Part of the reasoning for that is because this is along the grain. I'm cutting along the grain of the hickory, which is great. But here in a second, I'm not going to be. And it makes life a little bit more difficult. Come on. There we go. Thank you. All right, so these grooves extend to the top. That's what I've done with every bead. So I'm going to start at the center, make a line close to where I think the center of the 3 grooves are. That one will go too far. There we go. One more. All right. Now I want to start from the center of the groove and go towards the center, but not into the center, because I don't want to damage any of the groove or I don't want to damage the inside of the hole that I drilled. There we go. Okay, that one got a little too far. All right. So now, you guys can see them. There's 3 little lines going there. Here's the tricky part. I'm using this finger right here to brace the underside of the blade. I'm using this to push and my wrist to control it. Hope that makes sense. Pressure, pressure, but now when I get to here, I've got to lighten up, because otherwise I could blow through and possibly have a chunk of wood pop out. And I don't want that. So I'm just going back over it again and again. Now I'm going to this side of that cut, because we're still trying to make that groove, starting from the center. Pressure, pressure, and light. Apex of the tip. There we go. And because I'm cutting at the end of the grain right now, it's going to be much more difficult. So here, very gently, I'm applying pressure on that. You have to be careful doing this, because you can overdo it real quick. You remember a few minutes ago when I used the draw knife section? On this side of the cut, I can do that again. So let's find the groove and press. Not too much. And there we go. Nice. Now I do the groove with the draw section on this side, but I can't to clear it up on this side because it would be making a mark over here. But I can clean the groove on this side all the way across. Nice. And then on the opposite side, I can just use that part of the point. Just below the point there. There we go. Let's take off the high point here and the high point here. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, so there's going to be a groove here, here, and here. And I'm going to mirror that all the way around, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. I just wanted to show a few of the techniques that I'm using with the Woodsman to get small, fine details. And hopefully you guys saw something that you can use. Okay, so I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm hoping that it captured everything well. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was just, I was wanting to show as much of the techniques that I'm using as I can. Anyway, guys, stay safe, take care, and God bless.